Welcome back to Monday Night Raw, and we're always glad to have you here. And we are just over, well actually next week, Raw presents to you WWE Backlash, but we're kicking things off here with an absolute banger. Of course, these two formerly met for the Intercontinental Champion in the past, and of course Randy Orton's actions last week may have lasting implications. Randy Orton and Rob Van Dam are set to go one-on-one here tonight. And we're going to take a quick look back at what happened last week, what the Legend Killer, this man, did. And let's just say there may be receipts incoming. Last week, Shawn Michaels beating the man that Randy Orton faces tonight, Rob Van Dam, and Randy Orton with a kendo stick deciding to put the whooping on the Heartbreak Kid, Shawn Michaels. Well, I've seen Michaels in the back and he's absolutely furious. But the Legend Killer doesn't give a damn. But this one is sure as hell set to be an absolute spectacle. That's what every night is on Mondays. Monday Night Raw coming to you live here from Los Angeles, California. We are sold out, 17,000 capacity crowd here. And the main event's an interesting one. Jonathan Coachman decided to don, I think he was just been a friend, the Batista gear. Well, he's got a date with Destiny, and that Destiny is the game, Triple H. Them two go, yeah, believe it or not, in a one-on-one contest tonight. But we're focused right now on the opening contest because you can guarantee Shawn Michaels will have a close eye on this one. The former WWE Intercontinental Champion, these two are both currently held by Christian. We're going to see some tag team action. Can Shelton Benjamin and Chris Jericho coexist tonight? It's a tag team match. Tyson, Tomko and Christian, the Intercontinental Champion, take on Shelton Benjamin and Chris Jericho. Well, the whole effing show he may be, and tonight he's going to have to put in a performance like he did against Shawn Michaels in order to get the win. He fell up a little bit short last week on Raw, and nothing is guaranteed. And if Rob Van Dam is at his best here tonight, we can assure that he will be walking out the victor. A little bit of an interesting update. Obviously, we have Raw presents Backlash, SmackDown presents Judgment Day. Following Judgment Day, that is relevant to RVD. ECW One Night Stand 2005. We're going to Philadelphia to the We're going to Philadelphia. We're going to the home of ECW. That'll be a big night for Rob Van Dam. Of course, he'll want to show in or show out. I'm going to start things off interestingly here with a bit of chain wrestling between Rob Van Dam and Randy Orton. Looks like RVD's getting the upper hand here early on in this contest. And one of the things that many people compliment Randy Orton about at such a young age is his ability to wrestle. And in a headlock here, Rob Van Dam trying to wear down the Legend Killer Randy Orton. Just 3 weeks off his loss to The Undertaker, and now Randy Orton now with a back body drop. And like I was saying, Randy Orton is a technician. You maybe don't want to get involved in an actual one-on-one wrestling match in a Luthez press and some fists to follow from the Legend Killer. You have to think the Heartbreak Kid, Shawn Michaels, has got an eye on Randy Orton's behaviour tonight. He started off this match in control. Rob Van Dam's going to have to find his footing yet again. And a gut wrench into maybe the powerbomb here, or he's going to catch him in a neck breaker and connects. Lovely move there from Randy Orton. Pinfall attempt early on in this contest. 1 count there for the Viper. He's just not happy with the officiating. Our match official in charge tonight, John Cone. Sure he'll get an earful from Randy Orton and a bulldog from Rob Van Dam. A somersault to follow. A couple of moves you've got to be wary of from the whole effing show. The Rolling Thunder, the 5-star frog splash. Pinfall attempt here, kick out from Randy Orton there off the somersault from RVD. Kick to the midsection there from Rob Van Dam. And you can guarantee this Los Angeles crowd are certainly going to be in the corner of that man Rob Van Dam. Of course, at ECW, a little bit of a collision there, and Randy Orton caught. And guarantee one thing for sure. in Philadelphia, ECW One Night Stand 2005. The crowd sure as hell will be behind Rob Van Dam, and goes for a kick there. Orton telegraphs into the neck breaker. Because of former world champion Randy Orton said he's sick. He said losing to The Undertaker, losing to Triple H, he might not like them, but he respects them. He said the night that he saw Batista, WrestleMania 20, won that being win the World Heavyweight Championship, it made him sick to his stomach. Now a standing moonsault here from Rob Van Dam. Connects. Have to say, both these men started this match off very promising. Rob Van Dam looking to take it to the outside now. That's probably where the advantage swings in the favour of Rob Van Dam, and a DDT on the apron. Surprised Orton ain't got a broken neck here. Into the barricade goes Orton. And RVD might be looking for that patented leg drop that we normally see him do. He connected it with Shawn Michaels last week. Randy Orton in a precarious position. And it misses. Orton moves out of the way, and I'm sure them people in row Z will be happy. Row A, sorry. So, pretty much, been in touching distance of the Legend Killer. All these fans sold out here in Los Angeles for Monday Night Raw, and it's been absolutely epic the way this has started. And of course, these two are going to brawl outside the ring, and of course, count out is in effect, and RVD is going to fight back. He needs to bring this one back in the ring, or it'll end up in a draw and a double count out. Don't think we want that here tonight. Back in the ring goes Orton. RVD could be looking to push the pace a little bit now. He might be looking for a springboard. Here we go, and a crossbody off the springboard. Incredible athleticism from Rob Van Dam. Orton could be in trouble here. RVD with a clothesline into the corner. He's probably going to follow that up with that move, the drop kick, and Orton is in dire straits here. If Rob Van Dam keeps up building up momentum. Oh, wow. What an incredible maneuver that is. Double underhook, German suplex there from Rob Van Dam, and a kick out too from the Legend Killer Randy Orton. Still in this contest, very much standing moonsault there from RVD. He might be looking for a little rolling thunder. Oh boy. Rob Van Dam going for the 5-star frog splash. Knees are up from the Viper. Now Randy Orton's going to follow that up. Wait a second, what's going on here? Well, you can't attack a man with a kendo stick and expect to get away with it. The Heartbreak Kid, I can't see him. Can anybody see him? Randy Orton obviously distracted by the Titantron. Rob Van Dam's now back to his feet. Oh boy, a roll-up pin here from RVD. He's got a hold of the tights. He's going to steal one from Randy Orton. Oh my word. What a huge victory for Rob Van Dam. I said there'd be receipts. You can't attack a man with a kendo stick and expect to get away with it. And it's cost Randy Orton here tonight in Los Angeles. Well, it was that move right there, the Rolling Thunder. He was about to hit the frog splash, the knees up from Orton, and just as it looked like Orton was going to take control, you can see him kicking away there because there's no way for him to get his shoulders up. The tights have been held. Rob Van Dam takes his chance. And Randy Orton's absolutely furious, by the way. He's complaining to the referee. Rightly so, and wait a second. Rob Van Dam is... wait a second. Shawn Michaels! Sweet chin music! Randy Orton's receipt has been cashed and refunded. The Heartbreak Kid, Shawn Michaels, sending a message to the Legend Killer. Well, Randy was trying to get back to his feet. He doesn't know what's happened following the roll-up pin. He was arguing with the referee. Shawn Michaels, the showstopper, with some sweet chin music. Thank you, Shawn, for shutting him up. And we're going to look ahead to Backlash. Coming next week, Batista, Triple H 2. Can Batista prove that it wasn't one great night? We'll find out Backlash. And also, this one's interesting with the ladies in the corner. Mr. Money in the Bank Edge takes on Kane, with Lita in Kane's corner and Trish in Edge's corner. Christian defends the WWE Intercontinental Championship against former champion Shelton Benjamin. Those two are in tag team action. tonight here on Monday Night Raw. And this is huge. Raw General Manager Eric Bischoff just telling us Randy Orton will go one-on-one with the Showstopper, Shawn Michaels, at Backlash. Well, we're going to turn our attention now to the Masterlock Challenge. That's Chris Masters. It's an interesting concept. $1,000 for anybody who can break the Masterlock. If I was broke, I don't even think I would take it. Well, I'm pretty broke, but you get what I mean. Last week, I offered $1,000 to any fan who could break my Masterlock, and just like every other week, and every other week that there will be, nobody could do it because the Masterlock is unbreakable. I am the Masterlock specialist, and I promise you no one can escape it. This week, though, I'm not looking for a fan. I'm looking for a WWE Raw superstar to step up and try break my hold. So come on out here, anyone who thinks they can break the Masterlock. Step into this ring right now. I've heard all the talk in the back about how the Masterlock isn't as tough as I say it is. Well, here's your chance to prove me wrong. Put your money where your mouth is and try and break it, because I know you can. I've put men twice my size to sleep with this hold, and I haven't lost a single Masterlock challenge yet. So who's it going to be? Who's going to be the first superstar to step up and dry break my unbreakable hold? Come on out here. Come on, the clock is ticking. Raw superstars, if you're tough enough to step up and face the Masterlock, you can do it right now, because I'm standing here waiting. I know none of you have what it takes to break it. So what's it going to be? Is anyone in the back going to be man enough to step up, or are you all just going to keep hiding? Well, I continue to prove that my Masterlock is not only the most devastated hold in WWE history, but it is also the most feared. Who's got some balls? Who is fit enough? Well, I don't know if he'll get an answer. Oh, wait a second. Oh, God. Well, if you're a fitness freak, this man is right up your alley. This is Simon Dean. Well, tag teaming at the moment with Maven. Their aspirations to go for the WWE World Tag Team Championships, currently held by none other than Regal and Tajiri. They will be in action next week defending the WWE Raw Tag Team Championships in a tag team turmoil match. Simon Dean, I believe, is going to, well, he can be £1,000 richer or 1,000 IQ shorter if he gets that hold locked in. So what's going to happen here? He's going to lock in the Masterlock. Can Simon? Oh, no. And once he starts ragging you around like that, it's game over. Thank you for coming, Simon Dean. Well, he's a fitness freak, no doubt. Watch on the hand, he's timing everything, but, I mean, the time it took Chris Masters to put him to sleep right there was not long. Oh, for God's sake. Chris Masters, looks like Chris Masters isn't done here with the fitness freak. I wish somebody would get out here and break this Masterlock so we can stop listening. It's only been 2 weeks, by the way. I'm sick of hearing this word salad every week. Oh, God. Come on. Referee needs to get some order. He's going to lock in another Masterlock. And here comes Maven, his tag team partner. He's going to fight back. Finally, someone taking the fight to Chris Masters. Yeah, it might have been a bit stupid, that. Because Maven's now going to eat a Masterlock. Goodness me. He's going to submit 2 people. And now Maven passes out. Or taps. I just cannot emphasize how terrifying that hold is. I mean, I don't agree with all the garbage that comes out of his mouth, but one thing you can't deny is that Masterlock is absolutely deadly. And we're in the 2nd week, and I don't know how this could go on forever, but who will break the Masterlock? It certainly isn't Maven, and it certainly wasn't Simon Dean. Sorry, guys. Well, we're going to continue action with the tag team match, and the question arises around the Intercontinental Championship, and especially in this match, can Chris Jericho and Shelton Benjamin coexist? Their bitter rivalry was one of the main reasons why Captain Charisma Christian is now your WWE Intercontinental Champion. Jericho been very bitter ever since losing the WWE Intercontinental Championship to Shelton Benjamin 6 months ago. And it was the personal issues between Jericho, well, mainly on Jericho's side towards Shelton Benjamin, that cost Shelton the Intercontinental Championship. But last week, Chris Jericho and Shelton Benjamin went one-on-one. It was Benjamin who got the better of Jericho yet again, and it's starting to become a real thorn in Y2J's side because it just seems like he cannot beat Shelton Benjamin. So it will be next Sunday at Backlash. It will be Shelton Benjamin versus Christian for the Intercontinental Championship. But tonight is tag team action. I've been very vocal about how impressive this young man has been since joining WWE. Shelton Benjamin is the gold standard. He's going to tag team with a former foe. It's going to be very interesting to watch this match because I don't know how they can coexist. That's the biggest question, isn't it? You know, can they be in the same ring for any period of time is really the issue. But I've been mightily impressed with this man. And here comes a 6'6" problem solver. That's what Christian calls him. The services of Tyson Tomko are something that only gives Christian even more of an advantage. Captain Charisma didn't need Tomko last week. He's going to need him tonight because it's 2-on-2. And here comes Captain Charisma. And he said in an interview on WWE.com that the championship didn't look right around anyone else's waist other than Captain Charisma. I have to agree, I think it's a good look. I think the title looks good on Christian. I mean, he won it fair and square. It's personal issues that did cost the other two gentlemen that they'll go head-to-head in tag team action for, but I mean, it does look good on Captain Charisma. It's nice to see Christian win his his second singles title in the WWE following the European Championship all the way back in 2002. Christian is looking to lead that Intercontinental division into the future. Well, we're going to get underway here. Tyson Tomko, Chris Jericho going to start off in the ring. It's the Y2J and the 6'6" problem solver. Jericho just walks and eats a lariat. And one thing you got to be careful is this Tyson Tomko. He's not only a problem solver, he's a monster. He had a very fierce rivalry with Kane last year. He really took the Big Red Machine to the limits, and he's going to tag in Christian. He's under Christian's tutelage and mentorship. Tyson Tomko is looking more dangerous than ever. Wonderful suplex here, and we know the history between these two, Christian and Chris Jericho. Stems all the way back to 2002, 2003 as well. A lot of hatred between these two, but the biggest question and the biggest asterisk on this match is how are Jericho and Benjamin going to coexist. Some good teamwork here from Captain Charisma and Tyson Tomko. You need a problem solving, you call Tomko, and usually the job gets done. Jericho now, he's on a bit of a losing streak as of late. It's Chris Jericho, not something we're used to associating with Y2J. He's going to fight back here, double underhook suplex there to the problem solver. Jericho is in dire straight need of a victory tonight. And a victory against these two men would be huge. And even pinning the Intercontinental Champion, you have to question, would Chris Jericho be back in contention? To kick out one there from Tomko. It's a lovely double underhook powerbomb there from Jericho as he tries to go to work on Tyson Tomko. He's just using the fists there to fire away at Tyson Tomko. 6'6" problem solver. Said it 15 times. If you got a problem, call Tomko. And Shelton Benjamin now in the ring. He's going to go work on Tomko. And it's not usual that we're seeing good teamwork between Shelton Benjamin and turning Benjamin inside out there is Tyson Tomko. And he's going to take Jericho off the edge. That's the problem when you've got a man the size and the strength of Tyson Tomko. It's keeping him down. It's keeping him grounded. But, I mean, apart from that little early onslaught from Jericho, he's been pretty vertical the whole match. Into the corner goes Benjamin. We're going to see some tag team offense. And do not forget, Christian is a tag team specialist. That's him and Mr. Money in the Bank Edge winning multiple-time WWE World Tag Team Champions. Of course, gone on a little bit of a different path. Of course, Edge winning that Money in the Bank at WrestleMania 21. He's got to get rid of the Big Red Machine next Sunday at Backlash. That's going to be an interesting one. He's working in cahoots with Trish Stratus. I don't know if that's good or bad. Trish maybe not the right person to sort of idolise. And Christian to the outside and legs swept there from Benjamin. And it looks like the problem solvers got a little bit of a problem to solve here as Benjamin is starting to dominate. And oh, he's coming. and off the barricade, but Tomko is waiting for him. And if you notice, top of your screen, Jericho hasn't moved. One thing's off the apron. One thing's for sure, there's no love lost between Benjamin and Jericho, is there? Now we've got to bring this one back in the ring. And that assist from Tomko allows Christian to regain control in this tag team match. He's going to tag Tomko in. You have to wonder if these two could be in... Well, we don't know if they're not in cahoots. It's just a bit interesting that Jericho decided not to help. Not surprised, though. Of course, Jericho very bitter about Shelton Benjamin becoming the Intercontinental Champion. Feels like he never got a proper rematch. But it was his choice to go off and do a rock show with Fozzy. While Benjamin dominated the Intercontinental Championship division. A lovely neck break here from the gold standard. Taking down the monster that is Tyson Tomko. He's doing a great job here is Benjamin. He's going to tag Jericho back in. While they have the monster grounded. This is good work here from Jericho and Benjamin. Putting differences aside in order to keep the monster down. And that's exactly what you've got to do, because you're always at a disadvantage when that man's on his feet. Christian there telegraphs and a knee to the face. And just off screen there, Shelton Benjamin taking Christian to the outside, but the problem solver with a power slam. I mean, I don't know if turning your back on Tyson Tomko is ever a wise idea, to be honest, and Jericho is the target now for the 6'6" giant. He's going to go straight after Jericho. Will Benjamin help Jericho? Off the edge of the ring apron goes Chris Jericho. Tomko back in the ring. And Benjamin's there for him. A nice uppercut there. Now, what the hell's going on here? Into the corner goes Tomko. Jericho has a hold of him. Oh my God, that's only going to further things. Accidentally hitting Chris Jericho there. Tomko and Benjamin going to fire away. And Jericho's going to run back into the ring and a clothesline to Benjamin. You can see the tears are ripping at the seams. Two men in Tomko and Christian are on the same page. The other two men with nothing but hatred for each other. You've got to be careful that you don't let this match slip out of the way. Benjamin with a super kick caught by Tomko. Look at the power of Tyson Tomko. Jesus. Oh, broke Benjamin's back there. And into the ring comes the Intercontinental Champion Christian. His finisher, the Unprettier. Yes, it was the Unprettier back then. Became the kill switch later on. Now, Christian's going to take issue with Chris Jericho as well. Going to bring him into the ring. Captain Charisma might be feeling confident, but he also has moments of being stupid. Do you remember that run in 2002 where he was sulking and crying like a little baby? And that might be enough to do the job there from Benjamin. Spinning power slam. Kick out from the champion. Yeah, the Christian having in 2002 when he separated from Edge was having a lot of failure under the tutelage of DDP. They're throwing tantrums, but it seems like he's got his shit together now. Nice scoop slam there from Christian. And he's just looking at Jericho. You think of the history between these two. He's just mocking Jericho. Jericho reaching out for the tag for Benjamin, and Christian's going to intercept that. He was mocking Jericho, saying he can't make a tag. Well, he certainly can't if Christian continues this onslaught to the outside, right in front of Jericho. And Tomko going to go after Jericho. We're getting into a little bit of an untidy brawl here. Going to have a bit of a fight on the outside, and it looks like Christian and the problem solver are dealing punishment. Oh my God, that power slam on Jericho. These two men have got a match at Backlash next week, and Tomko and Christian are going to make sure they don't manage to get to it. Now back in the ring goes Benjamin. It's one-on-one, and this is a preview of what we'll see at Backlash. And a kick from Benjamin. A little bit naive there from Christian. Benjamin going to go back to the outside now. And he's going to maybe save Jericho. Sees that Tomko's wearing away on him. And a suplex. Oh, knees to the guts. I'm not aware that Christian's there. Christian's waiting for him. Christian now. Oh no. Be careful. Reverse DDT from Captain Charisma. Kick out two there from the challenger. You've got to be careful. Jericho and Tomko are continuing to brawl on the outside. And that seems to have taken a particular interest from Christian. Going to drop down and go help his stablemate Tyson Tomko. Putting a beat down here on Jericho on the outside. Now Shelton Benjamin got to the outside in the ring during our commercial break. Christian and Tyson Tomko. It looks like Jericho's got the upper hand, but Christian could be looking for the unprettier. Reversal here from Shelton. T-bone suplex. And if he hits that tonight, it's all over. And if he hits that Backlash, he is the new Intercontinental Champion. Wait a second, what's going on here? Jericho's obviously not happy with something. I don't know what it is. These two men pushing each other. The Intercontinental, the main fact that comes out of this is the Intercontinental Champion was pinned clean in the middle of that ring, and at Backlash, will that be the case? Well, we're going to move on swiftly to Mr. Money in the Bank Edge as he has a mic in hand and a pipe bomb to drop, no doubt. Kane is his opponent next week at Backlash. He's been working in cahoots with Trish Stratus against Kane and Lita. What's going to go down right now? I'm standing here as Mr. Money in the Bank. I hold all the power in this company because I can cash in this briefcase anytime I want and become the World Heavyweight Champion whenever the mood strikes me. Next week at Backlash, I'm facing Kane. Let me tell you something about that hideous freak. I can't wait to get my hands on him in this ring and show the world what a real superstar looks like compared to a goddamn monster. Kane, you simply are nothing but an ugly burnt-up freak who hides behind a mask. Oh wait, you lost that. No one can stand to look at your face, and Lita is just using you for the attention because she couldn't possibly be with you for your goddamn looks. I'm the rated R superstar, the most charismatic man in wrestling today. You're just a monster who belongs in a circus and not in my ring, so next week I'm going to beat you within an inch of your life. So Kane, if you're back there listening to me right now, I want you to know that I'm coming for you at Backlash. I'm going to make sure the whole world just sees how pathetic you really are next week on Sunday at Backlash. Well, I think Kane's done enough listening, and I think we all have done enough listening to Edge with his word salad on that microphone. The Big Red Machine's going to make a direct track to the ring. Edge is standing in the ring. Is he going to stay there? That's the question. The Big Red Machine does not look happy in the slightest. I think he's only pissed him off. I mean, going into a match with him at Backlash, is that the wisest idea Edge has ever had? I fear that is the stupidest idea I've ever seen Edge have. And he makes a beeline for the ring. And I bet Edge... And Edge is still in that. Wait a second. Oh, Edge has decided to give Los Angeles less of his time, and he's running like a scalded dog. Backstage here, we've had to cut immediately. Edge ran away from Kane. Trish Stratus is getting her ass kicked by Lita. These two ladies have been at it for weeks. Do not forget that Trish Stratus, the reason that Lita had to have that cast on the leg for nearly half a year. The WWE Women's Champion is getting whipped like a government mule by Lita. And it's just a matter of time before this rivalry gets solved. Well, I don't know what to say. I'm so hyped, but we're into main event territory now. This is going to be an interesting one. Yeah, it's a very interesting main event, to say the least. Well, I guess if you're going to do Batista's first interview as World Heavyweight Champion in a Batista shirt. I mean, he's wearing it again tonight. I don't know what mind games coach is trying to play here with the game, but it's not working. He's got a date with Destiny tonight, and it's not a good date. It's not going to go down well, I can assure you. He's only going to amplify the anger inside of the game. That's never a good thing. We've already seen him beat the living daylights out of Hurricane and Rosie last week. Batista, of course, beating him in that steel cage. But Triple H is, after that steel cage, seems different. Seems very, very emotional. Seems very unleashed. Jonathan Coachman is going to be the first man that steps in the ring with Triple H one-on-one since, well, the game's flipped. And let's just be right here. Jonathan Coachman isn't a wrestler. He's a reporter. He's a commentator, a colour commentator, and the Cerebral Assassin is a 10-time world champion. That I can imagine, and as I'm predicting, I don't think the game's going to take any prisoners. I'm not even surprised that jackass Eric Bischoff sanctioned this match. Eric Bischoff been very vocal about Batista and Triple H, about how he feels Triple H has a leg to stand on. He sure as hell was quick enough to reinforce that rematch clause, make it official. Of course, the Animal was meant to be here tonight. He was getting an interesting development that we've just got, ladies and gentlemen. The Animal was meant to be here tonight, but his method of transportation has been diverted. That's thanks to the game. The game ringing the company. He's transporting the Batista to the Los Angeles arena tonight, and seems like he's ended up at a dead end now. Batista's going to be late. Triple H wanted to make sure that he got Coachman all to himself, because Batista was going to coach the coach through this match. And now it's one-on-one. And I can't imagine for a second that man right there, the Cerebral Assassin, is going to take it easy on Jonathan Coachman. Well, hopefully Batista makes it to the arena at some point tonight before Jonathan Coachman's leaving here in a goddamn stretcher. On a stretcher, should I say. Might not take that long. Because disqualification is a traditional match, so the game will only be able to use what he's got. I think that'll be enough to hospitalise the coach. I feel for the coach. This isn't a match that I wanted to be commentating on. I thought if Batista was in the coach's corner, maybe, miracles do happen. He's going to need more than a goddamn miracle tonight to beat the 10-time world champion. And he's promised to become the 11-time world champion next Sunday at Backlash. 4 absolute stellar matches that Raw presents to you for Backlash. And coach is going to try and tie it up with Triple H. I don't know if this is wise. I mean, this is not going to be a technical analysis by myself, but more hoping that the coach can survive. Triple H will take his time with the coach. He will dissect him. I bet you bomb dollar that he's not going to take it easy. Now wrenching away on the neck of the coach. And I think for the game, I'd respect him a lot more if he just gave him a respectful beatdown and pinned him 1, 2, 3, but I promise you that's not going to happen. Oh, Batista with Triple H with a huge shot to the gut and a chop. Jesus. You could hear that throughout the 17,000 arena. And the crowd is loud as hell. Oh, for God's sake. No remorse from Triple H here. No guilt. Just quite happy to just take away and tear down. Oh, and he's going back to the fist. Can we stop the match? And the coach is busted open. This is just getting grim. Of course, no Batista to save him, and the coach just falls after being thrown into the table. He's going to try and roll out and get a respite. I can assure you Triple H ain't going to let him get one of those. Kick to the abdomen here from Triple H. And I mean, this isn't going to be like a preview of what's going to happen at Backlash, by the way. Into the fans goes Jonathan Coachman. Triple H off the barricade. It looks like the game is taking its time, dissecting Jonathan Coachman. And the scary thing is about this, Triple H does this to former world champions. He takes apart the elite level of professional wrestling. Now he's just taking apart Jonathan Coachman, and a clothesline there from Triple H. And a pinfall, and he just gets up. He had the match won, and he's actually having a word with the referee. Why are you counting? I didn't tell you to count. I mean, Coachman's trying to get back to his feet here. And he's going to try fight back. And headbutts that. That might have been silly. A headbutt to the back of the game. I mean, if you want to anger the game even more, that's exactly what you do. A knee to the face. Continuing the beatdown here is Triple H. In the words of JR, can somebody please stop this goddamn match? Can somebody please stop it out of the ring? Oh no, backbreaker to Coachman there from Triple H. And he's after, what's he doing with the referee? And now he's after the referee. Oh, and Triple H doesn't care if he loses this contest, by the way. Oh, what's he doing? What has he got in mind? And the Animal's here, thank God. He makes a beeline for the ring. And we're going to get a preview of Backlash now. Coachman just rolled out to the outside. He took an absolute beatdown from Triple H. And now we're going to get a real fight. The Animal going to go after the game. The game going to go after the Animal. Because Triple H will be fresh. He barely took any punishment. Batista now flexing. And if this happens at Backlash, the championship will stay with the Animal. What the hell is he going to hit him with the chair? I mean, this rivalry is reaching boiling point, to be fair. Triple H with the reversal. Chair bounced off the head of the Animal and a neck breaker from the game. I feel like Triple H is smarter than you think. I feel like Batista's fall for the trap. What the hell's Triple H got in mind here? Oh, God. Triple H with chair in hand. That's what he got from underneath the ring, and a shot to the head of the Animal. He doesn't care. Triple H doesn't give a damn. Oh, no. Pedigree's going to be attempted here. Batista's going to fight his way out. He's scared of the pedigree. That's what Triple H says. Maybe Batista now looking for a shot with the steel chair. Triple H will stoop to any lengths. And Triple H is awake and off the cranium of Batista. Now he takes Batista down. What the hell's the game? Who's going to stand tall here in Los Angeles? Oh my God, what's Triple H got in mind here? Oh my God. Locking in that submission, wrenching the arm of Batista, using the chair as a weapon. Somebody get out here. It's absolute chaos here in the arena. He's going to break the arm. And this is as cerebral as it gets from the game. They don't call him the cerebral assassin for nothing. Sending Batista to the outside now. And what's the game got in mind here? Oh, God. This one's going to get ugly, folks. I mean, Jonathan Coachman's been escorted out by medical staff. Looks like Batista might be about to as well. No. The Batista and the Animal is no Jonathan Coachman, I can assure you of that. Bouncing Triple H off the announcer's desk. The Animal going to fight back now. Triple H with a cheap shot. Oh my God. Low blow from the game. My word. He will stoop to any lengths. There is not a goddamn length he won't stoop to. Off the announcer's desk goes the Animal. Batista in a clothesline from the game. You have to question the ability of Batista's reproductive organs after that low blow from Triple H. He got all of that and he put everything into his steps, just thrown onto the Batista. Can somebody get out of here and stop this one? For the love of God. We've got Backlash next week to think about. What the hell's Triple H doing here? Oh my word. Powerbomb onto the announcer's desk. My God. This is sickening. Absolutely sickening. Oh God, what's he? He's not happy it didn't go through, is he? Triple H is lining up Batista again. And what has he got in mind here? Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. The move that Batista fears more than any. The pedigree through the table. The game has set a trap. The Animal has sprung the trap. And the game here in Los Angeles stands tall above his former pupil. And at Backlash, if that move connects the pedigree, the World Heavyweight Championship will be back with the Cerebral Assassin. Thank you for watching, folks. Hope you enjoyed the show.